All right, Travel Diaries, Las Vegas. I am coming to you from the Orleans. My trip here is finalized. I am off to my last hotel. But before I do that, I wanted to divulge and reveal what my entire trip cost. I stayed in the cheapest room they had here at the Orleans. I'm going to reveal that. This is one of the cheapest, if not the cheapest resort fee I have ever seen. I'm going to reveal that. I am going to show you what I paid for all of my dining, all my drinking, any gambling, my miscellaneous expenses. I'm going to add it all up and tell you what 3 nights at the Orleans could hypothetically cost you. Now, I am here during a weekend in the winter. Typically, the winter is a cheaper time to stay, but my weekend rates were a little high. Prices in Vegas always fluctuate. So just know that what I pay may not necessarily be what you pay. But if you are going to stay here on a weekend, I think this could be a pretty good prediction of what you might spend. So, long story short, I was here for 3 nights. Let's get into it. I'm gonna start out with my petty cash, $50. I put $50 in a high stakes slot room here. They do have a high stakes slot room on site. So for those of you that like to wage a little bit more on your slot machines, you can find one here. I typically try to find the machine that speaks to me. I love the diamond machines, specifically the black diamond machines. They did not have a black diamond machine here, but they had a diamond machine, a double diamond machine, maybe a triple diamond machine, and then they had a pink diamond machine. And I love my colored diamonds, so I strolled up to the pink diamond machine and I put in $50 and I hit. It quintupled my money. It paid me $250, and then I ran it down to $200 and cashed out. So I won $200 on my slot adventure here at the Orleans, but we are going over costs today, so I'm putting $50 in petty cash in the cost column. Okay, my first stop at the Orleans was the Orleans gift shop. I typically like to go to CVS and Walgreens for market items, but I don't always have the time, for like waters and stuff. The gift shops can be kind of an expensive one, but the gift shop here actually was not too bad. I bought a Pepsi, a water, and then a coffee, $9.99 for 3 items at the gift shop. All right, dinner. My first night here was the best dinner I had. I went to Andori. I loved the place. It was a hybrid Asian place, half Chinese, half Japanese, full menu on each side. This thing read like the tax code. It took me like 15 to 20 minutes just to get through the menu, which is awesome. So many options. I loved it. It was better than some of the higher end Japanese places I've been to in Vegas, specifically Nobu and specifically Yellowtail by Akira Back. Those two are way overpriced and underwhelming in my opinion. Akira Back, by the way, has disappointed me in multiple cities, just not in Vegas. He disappointed me in Toronto as well, and then one other city in America too that doesn't come to mind. But he's not my style, and it is what it is. If you like Akira Back, cool. Go pay $40 for an underwhelming sushi roll. But for me, I'm coming to Andori over those two every single time. The sushi rolls were amazing. I had the 2 biggest and best they had for $18 a piece. I mean, it was a phenomenal value. The standouts really were the sake, though. It was sake mania. I had a unfiltered pink sake, which was like a strawberry banana smoothie, out of this world. And then the most memorable sake I've ever had was the Jello sake. I thought it was gonna be Jello flavored. It was Jello in consistency. It was so hard to get out of the can, but once it got out of the can, into the glass, and then in my belly, it was pure deliciousness. Overall, my dinner at Andori was $110. That's a subtotal with tax. I threw another 20 and change on top of that, 20% tip. $131 for a really awesome dinner at Andori. Okay, on my first full morning here, I went to Java Vegas. It is like a Starbucks shop. They have Starbucks coffee, but it is not a full-blown Starbucks. They only have the Starbucks beverages. But it's a great place to be able to get a coffee in the morning. Get there early if you're going to go. If I got there by 8, it was great. If I got there by 9, it was terrible. My first morning, I had a coffee like this, skinny vanilla latte, much cheaper than Starbucks, dramatically cheaper than Starbucks, like $1 cheaper than Starbucks, but like 20% cheaper. And then I had a turkey sandwich as well. Out the door for a coffee and a sandwich at Java Vegas, it was $12.57. Okay, Big Al's Oysters. I was so looking forward to this. You know I love my oysters. I love my kushi. I love my kumamoto. I love my kumyai. I love oyster places. Typically you go in and they have like 6 different kinds and you can try them all, and Big Al's had one kind. Big Al only had blue points. Those are a very popular oyster, but they're too big for me. Anyway, things turned around. As I said in my video, I got a Hurricane for $9. Okay, so that made up for it very quickly. That thing was lighter fluid. That will get you anywhere you want to go very quickly. The ceviche wasn't that good. The salad seafood cob was unbelievable. That was probably by far the best thing I had. And then I also had a seafood chowder cup. I have not had clam chowder in a long time. I know there is the red and the white, the New York, or I should say the Manhattan, and then the Boston. But if you order both of them and combine them into one, it's called the seafood chowder, and that's the one I tried. It was divine. I haven't had a good cup of chowder in a long time. That thing was pretty unbelievable. I also had 2 oyster shooters. Big Al does offer 5 types of oyster shooters, so he lacks creativity and breadth in the oyster menu, but when it comes to oyster shooters, apparently Big Al likes to drink. He has 5 different kinds. I picked the Cajun old one, the Creole one. That one had tequila in it. Never had a tequila oyster shooter before. Wasn't my favorite. The Bloody Mary one was pretty good. $5 a piece on those. Subtotal with tax at Big Al's was around $65. I threw on roughly another 20%. Out the door for a nice Cajun Creole experience at Big Al's was around $80. All right, just a few more left before I tell you what I paid for the cheapest room here on site and also reveal what the resort fee is. I did get a little hungrier that night. Surprise, surprise. I do eat and drink for 2 people, by the way. So I think if you and another person are coming to Vegas and you're looking kind of to know what the overall cost for 2 people would be, I think that my receipts are a good indicator of that because I do consume food and beverages for 2 people. I did go to Ballywick afterwards. I don't have a lot of video of this place. It is the craft beer sports bar place on site towards the back of the casino. I had a gargantuan Guinness, 23-ounce Rude Boy. That was $9. I had a Golden Monkey. Just a 16-ounce of this Golden Monkey was $9. This was the most expensive beer on site. I was hoping it would also be the best beer because of that. It wasn't. And then I also had some Reuben egg rolls. Out the door, it was $30. I added another $10 in a tip. The bartenders there were really fun, really cool. And also I'm coming off a slot machine victory, so I thought I'd spread the wealth. Tipped around 30%. Out the door, $40.35 for a couple drinks and a bite at Ballywick. On my second morning but third day, I went down to Java Vegas again, got another skinny vanilla latte. This time I got there by like 7:30, before 8. You'd be really proud. I was up really early that day. $6.25 for one skinny vanilla latte. And then that day, I ended up eating at TGI Fridays. I have not been to a TGI Fridays in years. I would say at least 5 years, maybe more. The menu was wider than what I thought it would be. It was more creative than what I remember it being. And the drinks were fantastic. They had like some seasonal drinks and some craft cocktails. They're really, TGI Fridays I think is doing a really good job in like that, what'd you call it, entry-level dining, mid-tier dining type space. I actually really enjoyed my time there. The restaurant was right off the casino floor, and it was festive and it was very clean. Overall, I had a really good time there. I had a Claus for Christmas, which is a cotton candy drink. They pour like a green drink over green cotton candy. It was okay. The better drink though was like the cotton candy Cosmo. That was the better drink of the 2. Again, it was over cotton candy. And then I had a Philly egg roll, which was okay. The Reuben bites from Ballywick's were better. So if you're looking for like the bites, go to Bally's. And then I had a loaded big fry burger, which is a burger with fries on top of it. Not really sure what the point of that is because you're gonna get fries on the side, but if you like fries on your burger, order it. It came with like something on top of it. It came with like an appetizer on top. It looked cool. That's really the only reason I ordered it. And then I also had a giant Modelo as well. Subtotal with tax was 60 and change. I added another 20% for a tip. Out the door at TGI Fridays, which I enjoyed, $72. $72 for 3 drinks and 2 bites at TGI Fridays. Okay, and then my last receipt is from this morning, Java Vegas. This is actually the coffee from there. Skinny vanilla latte, $6.25. Okay, so let's get to the guts of this hotel stay. Let's get to the room. This is probably what everybody wants to know the cost of. Again, I was here during the winter, but during a weekend, NFL season, There was a convention here, also a basketball tournament. I think it was like a youth basketball tournament. Nonetheless, the cheapest room here on site, I think this is like a deluxe king. They gave me a strip view, but I did not pay for it. I think it's just because there was overflow. But either way, if you saw my room review, which I will drop in the description below, you are going to get this room. It's just the view that adds a few extra dollars, which I did not pay for, as I said. $99 for a Friday night during the winter, around Christmas, NFL weekend. $99 on Friday night. Saturday night, usually Saturday night ticks up a little bit. It did not for this day. $99 again on Saturday night. Usually things relax on Sunday. Usually, always. I've actually never seen this before because even if it is an NFL weekend, most people decide to go home after the games end on Sunday. You don't see a lot of people stay over on that Sunday night. Of course, people do, but they typically don't. And this Sunday night rate went up a lot. It went up drastically. It went up to $133. So it went up but more than 30%. So $133.80 for the Sunday night, which I felt peculiar, but obviously the demand was there. Subtotal for the room, $331.80 for 3 nights. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, $331.80. That is without tax. We need to add tax back into that. With tax, it is $43.16. So when I add the $43.16, the 3 nights of tax with the 3 nights of the rooms, we come up with $375. We divide that by 3. My average cost per night, room and tax, was $125. And then, of course, we have the resort fee, the extortion fee, as I like to call it. It is one of the cheaper ones I have encountered in Vegas. I think that is justified and rightful of them to make it cheap because the gym was pretty small. The pool wasn't open, and even if it was open, it was really small. So I think that $36.15, which is the daily resort fee, I think that's actually a fair price given this property and its amenities. So $36.15 over 3 days, that is $108.45. When we add up the rooms, the taxes, and the resort fee for a weekend, we divide by 3. The average per night, actually when you take everything into account, it's actually kind of expensive for this property. $161.14 a night. All right, so grand total when I add it all up, the gambling, the rooms, the resort fee, the taxes, the dining, the drinking, the miscellaneous costs. 3 nights on a weekend in the winter, NFL season, $891.82. That is by far my cheapest 3 nights in Vegas that I have done since I've been doing these expenses, and I think I've done expenses for like 21 or 24 Vegas hotels. So this is the cheapest stay I've ever had. I think the fact that it's off strip plays a major part of that. I think the fact that it does not have very high-end dining plays a factor in that, and then also not a lot of entertainment options and also not a lot of lounges. So for me, there really wasn't much to get in trouble with, which was, I guess, a good thing. So 3 nights at the Orleans, $891.82.